Well, this is going to be slightly controversial. A 2-liter AMG engine. Some say the only 2-liter thing should be a kettle to make yourself a cup of tea. With the new generation of AMG GLC 63, we are getting 4 cylinders instead of 8, which is a bit of a drop. And I loved that V8 engine. It was one of the best engines in the world. Juicy, sumptuous, feeling and sounding. To tell you the truth, I wasn't that excited about this car on the paper, but I am more intrigued to experiment with it and to see for myself. And I do hope you will come and join me. Now, personally, I prefer coupes and saloons over SUVs, but I absolutely love the look of this car in this satin silky paint finish, which makes it look elegant, beefy, also very lean, not too big, not too small, just right. And you've got this big daddy AMG grille. And now I'm even more curious to see what these ambitious AMG plans really are. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what the fuss is all about. We've got a 2-liter straight-4 petrol engine which produces 476 horses and 545 Nm of torque. This is actually a similar engine to A45S, just that here we've got more punch. In fact, this is the most powerful 2-liter 4-cylinder production engine in the world. What else have we got here? Some extra bracing to make the chassis stiffer, and I'll show you the magic. This turbocharger is electronically controlled, and because it's sitting right here next to the engine is why we've got no turbo lag. So this is a plug-in hybrid. We've got an electric motor which is sitting on the rear axle, pumping 204 horsepower. It is being operated by 2-stage automatic gearbox, but the second gear only kicks in after 130 kilometers an hour, 80 miles per hour, so it is designed for high speed. Now, the electric motor can send the power to the rear wheels, but also to the front wheels, which makes this car an all-wheel drive. Now, the total power is 680 horses and 1020 Nm of torque. Yep. Cargo, we've got 470 liters of space. Very practical shape of the boot, and you can easily slide items out and put them back in. Sexy quad exhaust pipes. And of course, it's time to see how this car sounds.
Remember when you told me you believe in something and you said you're done.
Well, you can't deny it. That V8 was very special, and anything smaller is just going to sound worse. You can't hide, you can't escape. This is 2 liters topped up with some electric fakery. Do you know what? We stop right here with the sound. Just shh. We don't go there. Being a passenger feels very comfy. I have adjusted the front seat for my height. I've got plenty of knee room, very good headroom despite the sunroof middle seat. Well, you do have a big hump here on the floor, so it's not ideal, but it is ideal for 2 even tall adults.
2 a.m. in the morning, I'm in my story smoking, catching my breath.
A quick look at the cabin. The quality of the materials, the fit and finish is excellent. You've got carbon fiber pieces, Alcantara on your seat and on your steering wheel, which feels nice and beefy, aluminium paddle shifters, shortcut buttons to change your driving modes and also to put your traction into sport and to enhance or remove the sound altogether. Now there's plenty of practicality and storage space. This is a full-on SUV, whilst mobile charging, very good. MBUX system, easy, straightforward, extremely intuitive and very, very pretty. The graphics are crystal clear, sharp and crisp, okay? You can of course plug in your Apple CarPlay if you don't like it, but you've got all the gimmicks and of course your performance. So got charging, let's have a look, performance, very good. Drive, vehicle, and all the stuff that would take forever to explain. But overall, I think the cabin is done so tastefully and it fits the character of this car perfectly. I am a little bit of a fatty, well over 2.2 tons, but the declared 0 to 100 is only 3.5 seconds, which is of course absurd, and I'm all for it. My battery charge is 24%, and even though I have 0 kilometers of range, I need these battery reserves to get access to my full power. In theory, let's put you into Sport Plus mode, traction into Sports, very good, foot on the brake, foot on the throttle, race start. I'm gonna drive it like I stole it. Come on. It is quick. God almighty. Jesus. And I am 3.57. Now, this can happen because of two power sources. And it's the electric turbocharger that makes it happen. It is absolutely absurd in such a jolly way. Now the declared top speed is 275 kilometers an hour, but funny enough, I have taken this car to Germany, I've tested it, and you can squeeze to 90. Nice work! Oh yes, AMG does not disappoint.
Tell me how to be closer to you. Tell me how and I'll do it, babe. 'Cause I just wanna make you feel what I do about you. So just tell me how I'll do it, babe. I love it when...
Let's start her up. I press the button. Yep. Completely silent. Seems a little bit strange, doesn't it? You've got an electric range of about 10 kilometers, 6 miles. And it does sound bizarre saying it sitting in an AMG. Yet it does come in handy when you just want to pop into a shop or run some errands. And the battery charges are very fast. You can plug it into an external power source, but quite frankly, I don't bother, because all you have to do is brake hard a couple of times and she is full, just like that. Now the car will try to hold about 20% of the battery's capacity, and you need these battery reserves if you want to get access to full performance. But now it's time to really wake up this beast. I will put you into Sport Plus mode and I'm going to smash this throttle pedal. Oh yeah, who is your daddy? I tell you what, there is enough adrenaline to unalive a dead elephant. So when you floor it, the motor gives you the power first. The gearbox quickly gets in, and then the engine just blends beautifully. I can't believe that this is only a 2-liter engine. I am impressed. I am very, very impressed. My fuel economy, I don't spare this car anything. Oh, she gets it from me. I'm averaging 13 liters. That's quite a lot for a 2-liter engine, but think again. This is a medium-sized family SUV with 680 horsepower. Sweetheart, this ain't bad. This ain't bad at all.
You and I can run away. You and I can be on our way.
The ride it is quite comfy, but don't expect the suspension to be soft as baby food. This is a sport suspension with adaptive dampers, and we have 3 settings: soft-ish, stiff, and it will be hard. All so that you don't end up wrapping your teeth around the very next tree. The steering is a laser sharp, quick, precise. I love it. And of course, the magic of a rear-wheel steering makes the car both more stable and more agile at the same time. The way this car handles is simply sensational. Yes, you do feel its weight because we're well over 2.2 tons, and being an SUV doesn't exactly help, but it doesn't mean it's bad, because you can feel what's happening with it and you can control it. What certainly helps is 4x4, but also electronically controlled rear differential, which can send power to whichever outer wheel that has the most grip for maximum traction. And as you gently brush on the accelerator when you get out of a corner, the motor instantly kicks in, so you really are agile like a cat. Nine-speed automatic gearbox has a lot to handle here. It's not easy to synchronize at all. A powerful engine to start with, electric motor, yet this gearbox doesn't ponder, doesn't wander, doesn't blue sky, it simply gets on with it. You can flick it to manual mode and use the paddle shifters, but trust me, she is good on her own. We've got sport brakes to stop this beast, smooth, seamless, not grabby, just perfection. But let's address the big elephant in the room. Is the previous generation of this car better? Well, if the real sound is important to you, then yes, absolutely. You've got all the theatrics and the drama of the gloriously magnificent V8 engine. The roar and the purr here are artificial. But is it bad? Well, I'm not looking particularly sad, am I? No, it's not bad at all. And I'm not getting paid to say this stuff. I think this car is brilliant. Somehow it manages to win you over with its performance and perfection. And no, any of you cannot do that. It's just too fake. Now this versus the previous generation, well, it's faster, it's more focused and delivers instantly. And you need a minimal battery charge to get access to your full power. 680 horses. That is a big deal. Unless, of course, you floor it hard and you're going uphill. But then you don't need me telling you it's just not going to work.
So you don't know what it means to be loyal and kind. I know that you're not blind.
So AMG has developed this car using the developments from the AMG 1, which is a Formula 1 car. And I think this is a remarkable achievement in engineering. They have really shown what is possible. Nevertheless, you might be asking yourself a question. Have they lost their minds? Going from 8 pots to 4 pots? Well, truth be told, they had to build it. European Union regulations and penalties. Welcome to the Greta army. But are 4 cylinders enough to feed and satisfy the AMG fans? Well, with the C63, they sure have learned a very hard way. It was not a soft landing, simply because the bloody car isn't selling, and they are returning with the V8. And as sarcastic as I'd like to be towards Mercedes, haha, I told you so, with the GLC, that is a slightly different story and a very different customer base. After all, this is a practical family SUV with a lot of punch. But just like with everything else in life, only time and, well, sales figures will tell if it's in fact enough. But the claims to call this car a 2-liter kettle are massively exaggerated. Don't be dramatic, it's just an engine in an SUV, for goodness sake. But to all the doubters and the haters, here is my advice. Drive it. You will see how magnificent this sexy bandito truly is. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!
It sounds like